Alright, we're playing Hardspace Shipbreaker. This is episode 6 of our no revival run. Got a few more upgrades last time, and we're going to go ahead and start our next shift. I think they will give us access to the Javelin this time. There we go, which is a new type of ship. We'll definitely do one at least, and see if we can tear it down in a single shift. Although again, I am out of practice on some of these other ships. I'm pretty good at the mackerels and the geckos. Although geckos, I tend to do a two shift teardown. But we haven't unlocked those yet, so we're gonna go ahead and do a javelin for now. We see on our previous ship, we definitely hit that level 5 salvage goal. Gives us a few more bonuses in addition to more points toward leveling up our certification and links tokens, which are these LTs and MPs. It gives us free repair kits, which also comes in handy in the long run. But let's go ahead and get started on a javelin. Actually, before we go anywhere, we want to buy more tethers because we're almost out.
Holding up? I had a what? Hello? I can't hear you, Kaido.
Kai, try switching to another frequency and then back again.
Can you hear me now? I hear you. Hey, okay. I have a question. What's this administrator gonna do?
They're bean counters. Waste our time with productivity reports. Oh, they've come here before? Sure, loads of times. Profits drop, they send someone. Accidents go up, they send someone. Sometimes they just send someone to find out if they need to send someone.
They ain't a big deal, Kai.
You heard right, Paulson. I guess they're just snooping around for union stuff. Right? Yeah. Gonna be here a week, tops. These types have the attention span of a gopher. They'll move on pretty quick.
What's a gopher?
What? Boy, you better come visit sometime on Mars when you're done here.
One day, we'll all go see them gophers and whatnot. Keep that front of mind, and don't fret none. Carry on now. Weaver out.
First thing I'm doing here on this javelin is there's this ion ring on the beginning, the front of the ship. I'm going to tear that down and put it in the barge. Again, I wasn't trying to talk over the story element, so I just kind of got to work. Alright, so we got a lot of interior section, and then we got this kind of middle cargo section, and then a rear section which has the thruster and possibly reactor. There are a few different versions of this ship, so I don't 100% remember where everything is.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Go ahead and check out the rear section here first. And looks like it's depressurized, which will help us out considerably.
Salvage secured.
And there's a panel here, so we're just going to go straight into the wall, start tearing apart the outside of the ship. We're going to hit every cut point we can find. There's the reactor, so don't want to cut that. Otherwise, we want to go pretty quick here. These ships are a little bit hard to tear down in a single shift compared to something like a mackerel. Although largely, again, that has to do more with my not having quite as much experience doing so. So we got most of them. A few more on the back.
Cutter, your equipment durability is dropping. Keep an eye on it. You don't want to be dangling
We got the thruster in the rear of the ship out.
Tools. When you see it happening, head on back to the hab, use a repair kit to fix them up.
Made those extra cuts just because we want the thruster to go into the barge, and the rest of this thing is probably going to go into the processor. Do something like that. As well as this thruster cap.
Salvage deposit accepted.
That's pretty good.
Credits transferred.
It'll probably get there.
Deposit accepted for processing.
I had a decent number of the cut points in there. Let's see if this rear section will come off as well. Yep. Just what we wanted. And we do have the reactor on that section, so we're going to go ahead and tear that off. Take care of that right now.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
I say this, the javelin's coming apart pretty nicely. I think some of the harder versions as we get further into the game, it's going to make this a little more difficult. So far we're pretty good on time. Might be attached to the main section. Yeah. Got to cut off the top cut
Object
points.
accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
I think if you let the cut saw go too far into disrepair, it'll either shock you or set you on fire.
Salvage goal reached.
That is one of the reasons you want to
Rewards assigned.
keep on top of repairs. Looks like I didn't fully separate this. There's one more cut point. There it is. And we do want this to go into the processor, but I forgot to tear off this airlock console.
Salvage deposit confirmed.
Here we see
Applying
the
credit.
furnace playing havoc and trying to suck in parts I sent to the processor.
Processing valuable deposit.
Luckily, it does look like it's going to make it over.
Warning. Fuel levels are low.
You can kind of nudge that in there. Should work out. You don't want to spend too long babysitting each piece as it goes all the way where it's supposed to, either in the processor, the barge, furnace, whatever. You just kind of want to get it going and trust that it's going to make it there. Otherwise, you're spending too much time.
Deposit accepted
Alright.
for processing.
So we've got most of the back of the ship taken apart. See if we can get this piece moving too. There it goes.
Warning. Oxygen reserves are low. Salvage deposit secured.
Interesting.
Credits awarded.
I have to figure out how to take this apart here in a minute. Take that battery back while I'm at it though. Like the other electrical parts, you have to be a little careful that you don't electrocute yourself when you're handling those.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Kill two birds with one stone here and get our fuel and our oxygen.
Oxygen levels
Still have a good number of tethers, so we'll keep going on that. Alright. We might consider tearing down the front of the ship here. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do next, though. Looks like the front part of the ship is pressurized.
Depressurizing.
As soon as we use the panel, we're going to go ahead and throw it in the barge. Even before the door opens. There's no reason to wait.
Deposit registered. Account credited.
So we got a depressurization event going on here. Take another data drive and we'll see, give this a listen, I think. No, it says corrupted, so we're not going to get to listen to it until we get back to the hab. Load in there, huh? Nice. Zero G humor.
Airlock pressurizing.
I don't want to do that. I want to depressurize the next section. See if we got an atmospheric regulator in here or not. Looks like we do.
Air pressure level decreasing.
Grab a poster. Nothing else we really need in here. We go ahead and open the door.
Airlock depressurizing.
Alright, that thing's bound for the furnace. It's mostly glass. Like the cockpits on the macros, I think I might just throw this whole thing into the barge. Save myself a little bit of time.
Raw material
So that was our
deposited.
cockpit. We flow through here, we'll get to the outer sections of the ship and just start taking all these cut points apart.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
I leave that on there, we'll see.
Cutter, shift clock says 5 minutes left. You know what to do. Weaver out.
Alright, so this outer cage here, as well as the ship, need to go into the processor. So if I can pull them together, I think I will. I'm not sure how else this is attached, and I'm not sure that it is at all. So it might just go.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
This is one of the reasons I didn't want to bother turn off these internal cut points on these sort of large fin sections on the top and bottom. If I can just get the whole thing to go, that's what I want to do. We'll even throw another tether in there to make sure it goes, because I don't want to keep babysitting it. Do another section. I'd like to say we're making good time here, but there's still a lot to do. Go and grab this battery. As long as there's some batteries on the ship, the airlocks and things like that will still work. But once you get them all, they're gone. What is this? Okay, that's a pickup for later. Later in the story, that is. You see how this game might get a little more hazardous as you get a little more in a hurry, and a little more reckless.
Credits awarded.
You gotta try to keep it a little bit careful just because we are on a no revival run.
Salvage goal met. Rewards will be.
I think we got this thing apart. One more. Yeah, this thing's free, so we're gonna go ahead and give it a shake and get the outer panel out of the way. Throw that thing in the processor, throw this thing in the barge. I think this whole front section might also go in the processor, see if it's free.
Salvage deposit confirmed.
It kind of is.
Credit.
Even though there's a cut point there, it's okay, all this entire section can go into the processor. If it'll make it there, as long as it doesn't get caught on the rest of the ship. Or start to pull the whole rest of the ship in with it. This thing free? Not quite. Maybe it is. Oh, there it is. Nope, come on, grab the part I want. We're running out of time here. We're definitely not going to make it, looks like. So this could be a
Salvage secured.
two shift
Applying
teardown.
credit.
And we'll just go ahead and look down here. A few more panel sections. It looks like this thing didn't make it all the way to the barge.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
The hardest part about these javelins is the fact that these central sections of the ship, the aluminum panel parts that house the interior of the ship, are kind of connected to some of these outside
South
parts,
Cutter, we're getting down to the wire. Let's put a bow on
and they're
this ship.
difficult to disconnect.
Salvage goal cleared. Rewards allocated.
Tether supplies are low.
See where this gets us.
Deposit accepted for
I
processing.
don't think it'll come apart. I'm still missing a few couplings. There it goes. Wow.
Warning. Oxygen reserves are low.
Tear that off, get the battery. Batteries are somewhat valuable, as are these door panels, or
Salvage accepted.
consoles.
Credit applied.
And that's the end of our shift. There's no reason to go back to the hab when you run out of time like this. You can just kind of work until the end. We did okay. We definitely went more than half on that one, and we made $11.5 million, which is not at all bad. Although our next shift is going to be limited because there's just not enough of the ship to salvage to make this kind of money again. So we'll make some portion of it, which is still not terrible.
Hello, Shipbreaker. Please enjoy this inspirational message. The
Okay,
last
sir.
10% of a job takes as much energy as the first 90%, which is why it's so important to always give 110%.
Go ahead and decode this data drive that we found. I don't know what it'll give us. Whether it's an audio file or something different. Now it just looks like it's text messages here, so we're just gonna let that go. No more messages in here, so we'll go ahead and leave. So we got a few more posters here. I think we will alter a few of these ones, liven up the hab. Not bad. Equipment, we do have some more links tokens, even though we didn't upgrade our certification that time around. Tether lifetime's not bad. We may just try to get some of these fuel capacity. We do fuel capacity. And we'll do some of the durability upgrades so that we don't, we're almost out of tokens again. We'll do heat capacity here, because that thing, we don't want to blow up. And we have, we're down to 70% here, so we are going to use our first repair kit of the game. That just bumps up to 100%. We'll do all these ones that are in like the 70 range. And we'll call it there. See you guys next time.